And we're live. Welcome everybody to the
I don't believe
station.
you.
Okay, dude, this you're fucking up my flow.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Anyways, this week,
Start over.
welcome to the StationOfPlay Podcast. This week we got Discord introducing orbs. We got 5090 price drops, as well as Texas passing age verification laws, some AMD news, and some temporary PlayStation 5 price drops. But before we get all to that, my name's Ken. That's Charlie. Charlie, what are you doing? How are you doing? What's going on?
Oh, I'm doing good. It's been a weird week. I'm at my parents' house in New York right now. So
Dorks.
yeah.
Is that Charlie?
Yeah.
Other Charlie?
What?
That's Alan's brother, Charlie.
Oh,
Anyways.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's going on, Charlie? I thought you were at work, bro. Anyways, podcast, Charlie, continue.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm in New York, so I'm here for the next little over a week. I'll be chilling. And yeah, come up here for I'm sad reasons. I'm going to a funeral, but besides that, I'm gonna get some gonna get some good fishing in.
Great reason. Okay.
But yeah.
Silver lining and such.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, man. Get some fishing in. Dude, I've been fishing here probably 3 times in the last 2 months, and I haven't caught shit. But the water level is so low, it is like impossible to catch anything right now. It's like
Are you going freshwater fishing or?
Yeah. Lake Marina out by here. It's the only thing remotely by my house, but you could see like the water level is like 4 feet under where it's normally at in the spring. Like it's really bad. So I mostly bass fish with bass jigs. So you cast it out, reel it in right away type shit. And it just, you have like 2 feet of water to work with. So it's just, and so I was like, okay, well maybe I'll go and rent a boat. Last time I went and they're like, oh, it's too windy. There's a wind advisory. And I was like, I looked at my phone. I was like, it says 8-mile-an-hour winds.
Wait, you can't fucking rent a boat because it's too windy?
Yeah, I guess not. So I was like, okay. I
dumb.
went with Elliot too, so I couldn't just like, fuck it, I'll come back another day or something. Like that was our thing we were gonna do for the day. So we just sat out there in 2 feet of water and caught fuck all the entire day. So it was terrible.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. But there are worse things, I guess. You get to be out there in nature and such.
Yeah, you could be, getting clipped to death by nail clippers. That seems like a terrible way to die.
That is a horrible way to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
instead you're fishing, so that's good.
On that awful note, we can get to what we played this week. What did you play this week, Charlie?
I played a bunch of Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes.
I played
a little bit with you.
Played a lot. Yeah, I played more yesterday. During the day a little bit.
How far did you guys get?
And we beat the boss.
The Anvil boss?
Man.
Fucking, yeah.
Yeah, we did that.
Sick.
And so now we're in the super spooky area where the darkness kills you.
You need the lantern?
Well, we're just carrying torches right now. And...
Try to get the lantern if you can. That's my only advice. I won't spoil it, but definitely want that lantern.
And we made it to the village, and fucking Shadowheart comes in clutch now, because all those like shadow creatures are very weak to like radiant damage. And so she has a spell where it just does like this big like guardian whatever. And it has like these things that do like something to fucking 32 radiant damage for like everything near her. So I just put that on and
it's the one that spins around her, right? That's how I basically when I did that level in my first playthrough, I sent everybody, I was like, get the fuck out of here. And I literally just took Shadowheart and I just spammed that attack. And I got all the way to the village by herself just using that. Because nobody can touch her because they die immediately.
Yeah. And then I I accidentally clicked on a raven on the ground, and then I got attacked by like fucking 15 ravens, which was pretty cool.
Nice. I haven't done that. That's interesting.
Yeah. And yeah, so we got to the town, and Mole's trying to make a deal with the devil, and we're just hanging out. So
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
As for me, I played a little bit of Baldur's Gate with you. We got the tower almost all the way done. You guys figured out the tower, right? You got to the basement and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We figured it out.
So that was fun.
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you, tactician mode is a different. It's weird. It's weird. It's a different beast. It's pretty cool to be. I like playing things on the hardest difficulty, though. It's like one of my favorite parts of like gaming because I enjoy the challenge as much as I do the story. So
the only thing I don't like about tactician mode is it just makes your percentages on everything go way down. So like Mike's sneak attack is fucking dope. It could do like 50 damage, right? But it has like a 44% hit chance on tactician. So you're just like, oh, for fuck's sake, you miss. And then you hit him once and you hit him a ton and you're like, oh, sick. But then you miss 3 more times. Sometimes anyways. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But that's just I don't think I would want tactician mode to change any. I mean, it's supposed to be hard, but I wish.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if I was standing 3 feet from something while I was invisible, I could, have more than a 44% accuracy. I don't know. That's just me.
Well, I enjoy it because my percentages change for my throw attacks. Mm-hmm. Based on whether I'm higher or closer. There's like a sweet distance away I have to be, to where the percentage is the highest. So it's a lot about like positioning characters, which you don't get in the balanced game as much, because normally when I'm playing balanced, it's like anything I throw at them is like an 80% hit chance. But now it drops down to like a fucking 25% hit chance. But if I move to the correct distance and get high ground on the guy, it goes up to like 80. So, I don't know. I enjoy it.
I guess I wish they would just tweak that a little more. So if I'm this far away from you, like on my screen, you're 6 inches from me, and I shoot an arrow at your face, it shouldn't miss 60% of the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just how it goes. We got Charlie in chat. GM Tico, did you play any RuneScape? GM Tico is my Iron Man account on RuneScape. I did play quite a bit of RuneScape. I actually talked to you about it a little bit. I'm doing a thing called the Corrupted Gauntlet, which podcast, Charlie, you don't know anything about that, but what I can tell you is it's fucking awful, and I hate it.
That's sweet. I'm glad you're doing it.
Yeah. So basically, there's a bow in the game, right? And it's the best bow we can reasonably get within our group, and you have to kill this boss, and it is one of the top 5 hardest bosses to kill in the game, and each kill takes about 10 minutes, and it's very easy to fuck up.
Yeah.
The bow is a 1 in 400 chance of dropping. I've spent probably 5-10 hours at that boss, and I have killed it 18 times. So I'm trying to get this 1 in 400 chance, and it is just not going well, and I fucking hate it. So that's my RuneScape journey for this week. Charlie in chat is also doing the same thing. He also, I think, has 18. It's called the Corrupted Gauntlet. 18 Corrupted Gauntlet kills last time I looked. He says it's insane. Mental test for patience. Have to lock in the whole time, and one mistake and you can get one shot. Yeah, that's the problem. You have to. I love playing RuneScape like brain dead. I could play it all day, but when, like I said, it takes 10 to 15 minutes every time, and you have to be locked in the entire time, and it is fucking brutal. Because if you make a tiny mistake, you just wasted 10 minutes of your life. You'll never get it back. So that was my RuneScape journey for this week. I've also been playing a lot of GTA Online. I've been getting kind of back into that. Now you can do invite-only lobbies. So it's a lot less annoying. I've been doing heists on there by myself, and it's fucking great. I don't have to worry about people blowing me up every 3 minutes. So I've been grinding that out a little bit. Just trying to get amped up for GTA 6 coming out next year. I've also been considering maybe doing some GTA private lobbies if I can find the time. But I don't know. Cool. We'll have to see how that goes. Have you ever watched any like GTA private lobby stuff?
Yeah, I have.
Playing, rather.
Yeah, I have. I've seen a lot where like people are like pretending to be cops and stuff in that game and like shit like that. But I don't know. Not really my cup of tea that much.
It takes a very specific type of person to be into that. I've heard plenty of people say like it's a lot more fun to watch than it is to play. But
yeah,
I figured I'd try it out.
When I go to GTA, I just want to like murder people and drive fast and crash my car into brick walls. That's all I want to do. So like that's why I never really got into like GTA like online, because there's people that like want to like build a cool house and have 15 cars and like get money and do shit. I'm like, dude, when I play GTA, I just want to get a rocket launcher and blow shit up. And I
play for the heist, man. I don't really worry too much about the money aspect. Just doing the heist is fun to me. And you can like repeatedly do them, so I find that aspect interesting. But you are right, like the stuff you buy in the game, I don't really care. I like buying the stuff that allows me to do more stuff. Not really like like buying a Lamborghini. Like I don't really give a shit. Like it has no utility to me. Like I want the armored car that helps me do this heist faster. Stuff like that.
Rockstar's really good at making games that you can just choose not to play, like the way you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Like, I know people that have put hundreds of hours into GTA 5 and never finished the game.
Yeah. Tons of people.
Yeah. It's the same thing with Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, they have, like, their open world ability of actually just immersing yourself into a game and just playing how you want to play is super fucking cool.
Red Dead 2
Rockstar has
Red Dead is such a good example of that too. Just like hop in and play.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto, it's not. I mean, it came out in 2013, so I don't really expect it to be. But it's not as like.
Yeah.
You can't really get into interesting situations as much as Red Dead 2. You hop in and you talk to one random NPC, and you could be going on this random fucking side quest helping this guy like save his wife or some shit, like just completely random stuff that most people never even see. But GTA is more just like I have literally nothing else to do. I don't know what to play. Let me just hop on and start shooting people. It's just fucked up, I guess, but that's just how it goes.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I like how Rockstar's like mastered that in a sense. They've made games where you can play it as you want, not as you're intended. So
yeah, exactly. It's a good sandbox experience. We got Dylan in the chat. Just got it again for my PC the other day. That's awesome. Maybe we'll have to play one of these days. I have to start over since my PlayStation progress won't come over. That's actually what I've been doing because I previously I played it on PlayStation, but I've been gaining levels and doing heists on my PC account now because it doesn't transfer over. So we'll see how that goes. But other than that, I think we can get to the news. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
One thing I didn't have in the doc that I did kind of want to talk about, Steam OS, I guess, is a thing now. You can put on your ROG Ally, Legion Go.
Yeah.
If anybody has that, that's pretty cool. You haven't used Steam OS really? Probably not, right?
No.
So you can do it on your computer.
I talked about this with you a little bit though.
Yeah, like you now you can go onto your computer and do big picture mode, and it just makes it more like a console experience. But now you can do that on your ROG Ally, which is cool. And we did talk about it a little bit in the past. It just basically turns your handheld into a console. Now it's just easier to do on the ROG Ally, which is nice.
Yeah.
But I think, like I also said in the past, I mean, if it doesn't have anti-cheat, I'm not really interested right now. But it's still, it's good that people have options, and some people don't care about anti-cheat, and they really like SteamOS. One cool thing SteamOS just added.
Those are the cheaters.
No, not even that. It like won't let you play Call of Duty because it doesn't have anti-cheat stuff like that. So
well, that's because honestly, though, Call of Duty has had such a fucking problem with cheaters.
Kernel level anti-cheat, by the way, like I always say.
Yeah, but it makes sense that they had. Yeah, it made sense that they had to do something to, you know, try to slow down the influx of people just fucking using walls and fucking uh, aim bots and shit like that. Because, like, I mean, most of the streamers that you watch, like, a lot of them have been caught using fucking, you know, wall hacks and shit too. I love watching those videos where like somebody leaves their walls on their fucking actual
people
like
get caught.
stream. Yeah, it's hysterical. But it's a lot of people. A lot. It's so easy to fucking download that shit. So, um, but that's why it's cool that they have like the console only setting too. So
yeah, it's good for console players. I think you're dropping out a little bit.
Shit.
Watching a slideshow over here. All right, well, we'll give that a second to work itself out. While you do that, I'll introduce the next topic. We got Discord introducing orbs. What are the orbs? They are an in-app currency used to purchase Discord Nitro. They're earned through watching ads and completing challenges. Charlie, what do you think of that? I think you're good now.
Okay, good. Sweet. I think that's fucking a horrible thing. I don't like, you know, them making their own version of V-Bucks. I think that fucking you should just buy things the way you buy things with the rest of the world. It's like, it's that weird thing now where it's like you have to like, oh, spend $30 and then you have like extra coins at the end. And so you're like, oh, I might as well spend them. And it kind of entices you to buy other things too and then buy more coins. So I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb.
Yeah, I hate using the slippery slope type arguments, but like I said, this kind of shit would happen. They're trying to go public. They're trying to go IPO. They're trying to get investors and things like that. And as soon as I heard that and they switched CEOs and stuff, I was like, I give it 2 years before we're all paying for some dumb shit on Discord. And I mean,
you actually did say that like maybe 2 months ago, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
It's funny because it's like actually coming true. Discord is such a cool platform, and I know they're just gonna fuck with it. So that sucks. Because I know they're gonna change the way servers work. You're probably gonna have your private servers, but then they're also gonna have like a new like, oh, you can have like a a group server or like a and you can only have like so many people in a server unless you upgrade your server. I'm picturing shit like that happening. Not that any of that's real yet, but I 100% see that in the future.
Right. Oh, fucking. In order to continue your call, please watch this 30-second fucking ad or pay for premium. Like,
yeah. So I mean,
got Alan in chat. You called that on the episode with me. I think that was the episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Sorry.
I mean, Discord is such a good platform right now, too. Like, it's very good for video calls, very good for hanging out gaming with your friends. Literally everybody I know that games, whether it's console or fucking PC, has a Discord just so that they can go into chat rooms. And,
100%. I think if Discord does start charging people to use basic features, we're gonna become a TeamSpeak family, real quick.
Yeah.
We got a
discussion
question here.
It's true.
So these orbs are used to purchase Discord Nitro. My question is, who the fuck uses Discord Nitro? Do you even know what Discord Nitro is?
It like boosts your fucking. Here's the thing: my Discord for like my podcast on the DNR side, right?
Yeah.
I don't use it as a recruiting tool, if that makes sense, or like a way to like spread the word about my podcast, which maybe I should. I don't know, but I mainly, when I get new viewers, I invite them to my Discord because it gives me like a place to like connect with people on like kind of a closer.
As you should.
Closer basis.
Fosters a community environment.
Yeah, but Discord Nitro is all about like oh, we can boost your page and get you like more fucking traffic. I don't know anybody that really.
Who the fuck uses Discord like Reddit? What do you mean?
I know, that's what I'm saying. I don't know anyone that just looks for random Discord fucking servers.
Maybe correct us in the chat, but I've never heard of that shit either. That's weird.
Yeah. So maybe people do, but that also sounds creepy. That's probably where the fucking what's his
That's
name? Chris Hansen. That's where Chris Hansen finds his people. Yeah. Guys looking for the random Discord. Can I join your group? Yeah. So I think Nitro is fucking dumb. I don't really see much of a use for it. But
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not good. And I think they're gonna try to keep pushing people in that direction. And I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Sad times ahead, though. But in my opinion,
here's the thing too. If maybe Nitro has some things that we don't know about that's super cool. But Discord has also done a fucking, if it does have like, features that are worth paying for, they've done a fucking horrible job about spreading the word about that.
Yeah, because I have no idea. I don't even know what Discord Nitro does.
Yeah, because I'm glad they don't give me a random pop-up every time I open Discord that says, hey, check out Nitro. We do this. But, if they fucking could, maybe that would help.
Yeah, at least tell people what it fucking does, because I have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, there's that. We can get into some other news. We got the 5090 prices dropping to below MSRP in Finland. So that's cool for them.
Cool. Cool for them. Congrats, Finland.
Yeah, we're still fucked here, but sick. Yeah. Good for them. I have a couple discussion questions for it though. What does it say about global GPU pricing trends?
Not much. Because this seems like a very Finland specific thing happening.
It makes you kind of wonder why just in Finland is there? Maybe they don't sell any there. But then again, maybe wouldn't think they would ship that many there to begin with. Maybe they just sent them too many. I don't know.
Maybe there's some type of overstock. But I haven't seen prices fucking going down anywhere else. I've seen the opposite. So I don't know if this doesn't seem to have much of an impact on the global market right now.
It will be interesting to see if anything happens in just like the realm of Europe itself with the GPU pricing. America's fucked because when you do tariffs, the citizens of the country pay for those tariffs. So we're going to be paying extra for GPUs. Yeah, I don't know if you guys knew that or not. So America's still fucked. But it'll be interesting to see if Europe can finally get some. I mean, I see a lot of comments online too. People from Europe are like, "Yeah, now you guys know how we feel," and it's like, that's not a good thing.
No, yeah, what the fuck?
Number one, the whole "you should suffer because I had to suffer" mentality is so fucking boomer and gross. It's fucking cringe.
Oh yeah, but dude, that was such a thing in the Navy too.
Oh,
it was like the biggest fucking thing. It was like, it was so bad when you guys have it easy now. I'm like, okay, that still doesn't mean that it's a good idea to mop the rain, asshole. Like,
dude, I remember complaining that we didn't have mailboxes for the longest time. Yeah. My chain of command, or like my chief one day was like, yeah, well, when I was a junior sailor, blah, 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 did he fucking blah. And I told her, I was like, just because something could be worse doesn't mean it shouldn't get better. And she was like, yeah. Like she had nothing to say. Like
I used to say, like, you were a junior sailor 20 fucking years ago, and you're telling me that it was worse 20. It should have been worse 20 fucking years ago. If it was
things should get better over time.
That's how fucking, that's how we should be progressing. It's called progression. If you're not getting better, then you're getting worse, and that's shitty. That means you're doing something wrong.
And not only that, too, those people making those comments. Look, I get it. America's kind of the center of the universe or whatever, but we are for a reason, and this isn't me saying it. This isn't me being an arrogant American. This is me just saying, when bad shit happens in America, it affects Europe too. So
yeah,
you can be like, yeah, now it's your turn. Well, guess what? When shit's fucked up over here, it fucks up shit over there for you too. Remember the housing crisis of 2008?
Yeah.
What happened? The entire world was... as soon as the housing market was fucked here, it fucked over everybody else in the entire world too. Like when stuff happens here, it affects other countries.
2008, I was like 12 or some shit. Now, what was I in 2008? Okay, I think it was like 10.
Oh God, yeah, 2008. 10. I was 13.
Yeah, because I was born in '97. So, yeah,
fuck, like that was so long ago.
Yeah, but shit, yeah, the housing market. Yeah, I remember when I was 11. The housing market. That's how miserable I am. But
I was my entire like teenage life, we were like piss poor. So like when the housing crisis hit, I was like, "Oh, we're still poor." I don't. It didn't really affect much, you know. I was like, "We still getting the food stamps?" Okay, cool.
Like, cool. Sweet.
Next.
Now you can't even get your Doritos with food stamps anymore. Shit.
It's so much hamburger helper growing up. I will never eat hamburger helper again. I swear to fucking God, never again. Well, that's a different story for a different podcast. So I think we can move on from the 50/90 news. You want to talk about Texas passing age verification laws?
Texas is going wild right now, dude.
Texas is on.
So I keep seeing their videos of the fucking. They're talking about. They've been debating whether or not the separation of church and state's real because they were hanging the fucking 10 Commandments in all the classrooms.
Yep.
And they were like, I don't think there's a real separation of church and state. And then everyone was like, no, all those guys that you're talking about actually said that. It's a real thing. It's but Texas is on one. Yeah. They're doing all kinds of crazy shit. I get where it comes from for like internet. Like I understand old people not understanding how the internet works, and so they want age verification for everything. Okay. You can't do that though. Because it's like it decreases a market. So if you're gonna have a whole bunch of people required to put their fucking information in to use like fucking Google to use fucking Google Play or like the Apple Store and shit like that, and then you have all these people that are like terrified because it's the same group of people that's also terrified of the government.
And let me just explain this for a little bit for chat too. This isn't like porn we're talking about. This is Texas requiring age verification for Apple and Google Play, like shit like that.
Yeah,
like porn. Different subject. Maybe we could talk about that. But for using the fucking App Store, you want me to show you my fucking ID? Are you insane?
Which is very strange too, because Google Play is pretty good at not having that many, like, you know, they shut down apps when they come out as like adult rated apps, you know? Or like apps that are like, you know, with explicit nudity. Like they do have a standard, you know, that they enforce.
Yeah.
So and it's Apple very
does as
strange.
Well, to even more of a degree, I would imagine. But anyway.
Yeah, so it's very strange that they're specifically going after cell phone game stores, you know, when the entire internet exists. So is this a gateway into enforcing more strict policies for other sites, for other...
I think it's a gateway into porn. Let me call a spade.
Yeah. But like, I don't know, man. It's strange. It's strange that they're starting with Google Play, and like the Apple Store, because those may be like the least
problematic,
or the most age friendly. Yeah, the least problematic to require an ID for. Because what are they going to require an ID for next? You know, like what's the next step there?
Yeah,
and what if someone doesn't have an ID? What if it's, you know,
yeah,
like a homeless guy can't download Google Play? Fucking, what do you mean?
Yeah, that's a big problem that comes up, especially like low income areas. I think I think a lot of that, even for like, this isn't a political podcast, but like the voting stuff, like people wanting an ID to vote. I think everybody should get a free fucking, not a driver's license, like a fucking ID card. You should be able to get a free ID card. You should be able to go to the fucking DMV and just get an ID card for free. Why the fuck do we have to pay for that? Just to prove, I have to pay you to prove that I exist as a person? What the fuck is that bullshit? But that's like a separate topic. We got Dylan in the chat. It's odd to do for those app stores when you can literally post nudity on Instagram and TikTok for 10-year-olds to see with their Fortnite vids. Dude, fucking TikTok. Yeah. Holy shit. TikTok, Instagram, even fucking Twitch. Or not Twitch, Twitter. So many fucking T's now, dude. You got Twitter, TikTok,
Twitch
and Twitch.
Too. Dude, Twitch. Remember when they fucking dropped their nudity fucking? They dropped their nudity policy for like a fucking day and a half. They were like,
some shit.
We allow it for artistic purposes, and people were just fucking tits out on fucking Twitch.
Just I'm no an artist for the entire week. Yeah, that shit was crazy. But yeah, no, I see what you mean. What was I say? Yeah, if you scroll through, especially Instagram, dude. As far as the video sharing platforms goes, Instagram is fucking the Wild West in terms of like what's allowed and shit. And then you have things like Twitter pictures. God forbid my kid ever scrolls through Twitter for more than 30 seconds. There's some weird shit on there, bro.
And the other thing is too, you don't need to download apps through the store, you know?
Right.
Like you can download, at least I know, like
well, like
you
Facebook,
can download a lot of, you know, you can download them not through the Google Store. So it's a very specific place to make a ID requirement a thing. You know, like are they gonna require an ID if I went to Instagram or if I went to like, you know, a third party website and downloaded it directly? Yeah. And downloaded it directly from them
for sure. Yeah, I don't know. That would be. So, I think that's just kind of like the boomers not understanding technology aspect of it, though.
No, it is 100%. That's why Texas is, if you ask me, completely fucked because they do shit like this, and it's a bunch of old people that don't know how shit works and demand it gets done a certain way. So, we'll see. This is why I don't live in fucking Texas, though, because they're doing all kinds of crazy shit. You know. Like fuck.
Separate church and state is crazy. How can you listen to like? There's so many quotes you can look at just from like the founding fathers, like, and the whole why the Supreme Court exists is supposed to like interpret what these people meant 200 years ago, 250 years ago, like what they're like. They're interpreting what they were trying to say when they wrote the Constitution. You have some pretty specific people saying religion should not be part of the government. Like that's just a straight up, like, how can you misinterpret that at all?
And it's really weird too, because we have freedom of religion, but you're gonna hang a poster in school that says you shall have no other gods. How does a fucking Hindu kid feel about that? You know? Yeah. You know, it's first of all, it's not important for education. If you were going to hang anything up in there, I'd say hang the fucking Constitution up.
Yeah,
but
put that bitch all over the place. I'm an advocate for like if you're in school and you want to like pray or something, I don't know, maybe throw like a little, not like a chapel, but like an area for like you're Muslim, you needed to pray. Like, sorry, I'm gonna sound like an asshole, but are they the ones that pray like 6 times a day? Is that Muslim? Or is that okay. You know, like have a room for those kids. Why not? Or have a room for the Christian kids if they're like having a bad time, they need to go pray to Jesus, whatever the fuck. Like, I think that's okay. But to like force kids to engage with a religion they want nothing to do with should be criminal, in my opinion. Maybe a hot take. This isn't a political podcast.
Yeah. So bizarre. Fuck Texas. I don't know. That's my personal take. It's always been that way. Texas. I mean, people from Texas love Texas. Yeah. So that means something, I guess. But everything that I have heard coming from Texas, with like religious laws, just fucking destroying people's fucking civil rights. It doesn't seem like a place I would want to live, you know? Um, and now with the internet ID fucking shit coming out, like I don't know where they're gonna go next. Where the fuck's the next thing coming out? It's like I'm
Internet ID
watching a
is
fucking
crazy.
TV show. Yeah, I'm watching a fucking TV show now where it's like they're coming out with new crazy shit every week, and it's just the same fucking old people for the past 15 years in charge. So,
yeah,
but
unfortunately, that's just how it's going to be for a while. With that, we can move on to some AMD news. And with that, I wanted
great.
to talk a little bit about Adela and the little computer situation you got going on there. You guys thinking about it still?
Oh yeah, yes.
Like
We're
the
gonna
list
do
I
it.
sent you?
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna do. We're thinking about increasing the budget maybe a little bit too.
Okay.
But we want to spend at least $2,000, and it's going to really depend on like how much money we have during Christmas. But we're going to do it as like a Christmas present. But we just want to make sure we get a very solid base. That way we can upgrade as we go when new shit comes out, because that's like the most important thing.
Yeah, of course. Is she just trying to game on it? I guess I should have asked this before I made the list, but
yeah, no, her main thing for it is going to be gaming and writing and stuff like that.
So the list I sent you, it kind of depends on what kind of monitor she has too. Does she play on a monitor, a TV, anything like that?
Right now she plays on TV, but we're gonna get her a monitor. I told her to get a nice gaming monitor because if you spend all this money on a nice computer and you have a shit monitor, it's not even fucking worth it.
A lot of it depends on the monitor. So, what I sent you is a 1440p. Let me pull up the list. Actually, I can show the people in chat. That'll be interesting. Facebook. Just give me a second, everybody in chat. But basically, the thing I sent you is very good for 1440p gaming, and I can actually pull it up here. PC Part Picker. Love this website. Anyone in chat, if you ever need to build a PC, this is the place you go. Let me see if I can pull up the desktop here. Yes. Okay, let me expand this out a little bit. This is what we are looking at. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Alan, we can get your opinion in chat too. Alan likes looking at stuff like this. So we got the AMD Ryzen 7600X. The main thing you're going to want to look at here is the graphics card. We got the RX 9070 XT. This graphics card is more than she will ever need to play games at 1440p. That's kind of like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I would say if you plan on upgrading anything, honestly, like the CPU, you get like on my computer, I have the fancy AIO cooler. Basically, it's a liquid cool with a radiator instead of like this fan right here. It would look cooler and it would be a little bit cooler. You could also upgrade the storage right here. Honestly, I would say I'll get you a better CPU and maybe upgrade the storage a little bit. Because for $2,000, 3 terabytes is kind of what you're looking at. But anything more than that, you're kind of looking at just like storage upgrades. I wouldn't really go any higher than this graphics card because she just won't use it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, what she really cares about is like fantasy games and stuff like that, like The Witcher. And she was watching me play Baldur's Gate, and she wants to get into Baldur's Gate now too.
Dude, we kept telling her to play it, and she's like, "No, The Witcher's better."
Yeah. And me and AJ were playing the other day, and she's like, "This game looks like a lot of fun." I was like, "I literally told you to play this," and she's like,
"Yes,
no, you didn't." I'm like, "Me and Ken,
oh my god, yes, we did." I'm pretty sure I have it on an episode. We can pull it back up.
Probably, yeah, we can pull the clip up. But yeah,
Baldur's Gate is fucking sick. She should play it.
Yeah, she wants to have a good gaming experience, and we have super high speed internet and everything all set up good, so. I don't know. She wants to not be playing on the living room TV. That makes sense. On her console. She wants to have a more... Yeah. She wants to have a more personalized system. So, which is cool.
Well,
And I
good for
think
her.
if we get her, yeah, she's gonna expand a lot more on the games that she plays too. Once we get her this PC, I think, because she's gonna have a lot more fun. But
yeah, absolutely. Well, good for her. Is she gonna build it, or are you gonna build it for her?
we're gonna build it together.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Nothing like building your first computer, man. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
But with that,
yeah, it should be cool.
speaking of AMD, speaking of graphics cards, we got the 9600 XT. We were going to talk about this last week, but obviously we didn't have an episode last week, so we'll just get up to base on it now real quick. We got the 8 gigabyte version, $300, garbage, not worth it. Anyways, then you got the 16 gigabyte version for $350, and I think this is a good price, but I do have some concerns. The main one being MSRPs basically don't exist. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what this card actually goes for, or if it ever goes down to that $350 mark.
So here's the crazy thing, though. It's only $50 more than the 8 gigabyte version. Is that is that a normal price difference?
Nope. Nobody knows why they did that. Everyone, number one, don't release an 8 gigabyte card in 2025. But if you do, make it like 200. You got to make that thing like dirt cheap, or nobody who actually knows what they're doing is going to buy it. You might get some people who, you might confuse some people into buying it, but nobody's going to buy that thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Don't buy that one. 16 gig one,
don't
though.
Buy.
That one's cool. Because with the 16 gig one, it's directly competing with the NVIDIA's 5060 Ti at $380. And simply because it's an NVIDIA card, it'll go for like $600 probably. And then gun to my head, I would probably say this card would be like $450, $500. So it's not an amazing value, but it's definitely a lot better than the value you get with NVIDIA. And like with you and Adela, I've been screaming from the rooftops, from the mountaintops, get an AMD card, NVIDIA fucking video. Like, I'm trying to stop NVIDIA from being assholes, trying to adjust the market a little bit as much as I can. So, also, fun fact, Call of Duty seems to favor AMD cards for whatever reason. She'll actually have a better experience in Call of Duty with an AMD card.
Oh, nice.
I don't know why specifically that is, but yeah, you get a little performance bump there, usually like 10%. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And then for discussion question, I have, where does this leave the 5060? The 5060 8 gigabyte?
Delete it. Just kidding.
I want to
throw it out.
I want to meet the people that buy these graphics cards. Like, I don't
donate
understand.
them to a computer program.
You should. Honestly, you want to donate them to an IT lab? That's cool. As just like a display adapter, that's chill. But I struggle to. How down bad do you have to be to pay $300 for a 5060 rather than $350 for the AMD one? I guess people just don't know about AMD, or they do and they just don't care. Like, they think of it like as like an iPhone versus an Android situation. I don't know, but it makes my brain hurt. Whenever I see people buy these. And you see it on Reddit like all the time. Like, oh, I bought a 4060. Oh, I bought a 5060. It's like, I don't want to be that guy, but like, you kind of wasted your money, dog. Like, something so much better. I don't understand.
The only thing I will say is that no matter what NVIDIA should do to respond to AMD's pricing, they won't do.
Yes, so that is correct. That was my other discussion question. Should they? Yes. Will they? No. Yes. Because no. Unfortunately, even as much as I do scream it from the rooftops, I don't think many people are going to buy these AMD cards. Maybe I'm wrong, though. The 9070 XT seems to be selling pretty well, but we'll have to wait like for a quarter to see if that affects NVIDIA's market share at all. But as far as it stands right now, I don't think anybody's going to buy these, or I don't think it's going to move the needle, at least enough for AMD or NVIDIA to care. So
yeah,
we'll just have to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about temporary PlayStation 5 price drops? This is kind of cool. Something not horrible.
Yeah, I don't
once.
get it though. Yeah, who's buying a PS5 right now? It's kind of like a weird time to buy a PS5. That's true. That is true. People have been waiting. They've been waiting this long. Time to get your PS5.
You don't think about it too often, but I see, especially on like YouTube comments and shit, people just don't buy things now. I'm surprised. They're like, oh, I'll just wait. I'm still playing on a PS3. I'll wait. I'm like, really? Yee.
I have a lot of friends that still like play like Xbox 360.
Yeah, it's crazy. People do it though, and if you're happy, hey, you just saved $500. Good for you, dude. But you could have.
Yeah,
I ain't playing on a fucking PS4 nowadays. You crazy? That sounds awful.
Yeah,
the fucking hard drive. No. You're insane.
That's what AJ plays Call of Duty on. He plays his Call of Duty. He plays PS4. But he, once again, he doesn't care about the game. He's just going to hang out. You know, like he's chilling.
I mean, if you just really want to hang out at 30 FPS on a hard drive, that's cool. You know, if it's good for you, it works.
I mean, honestly though, if you're not super competitive and you just care about chilling, like why spend $600 to make the part that you don't care about as much better than, you know?
Man,
like,
bro. This is just me talking to. This is complete opinion. This is an elitist opinion, whatever. I would pay $400 just to play Call of Duty. If Call of Duty was the only thing I played, I would still have bought a PS5. Because, like, playing it on a PS4 now, that's got to be rough, dude. Not only that, I play with my buddy Zach sometimes, and he has a PS4, and it makes everybody else load into the map slower, and I would hate to be that guy playing on a hard drive. It takes like 2 minutes to load into maps sometimes. It's insane. But, I mean, if you're happy, you know, you do you. Nothing wrong with that.
That's the thing, though. There's a lot of gamers out there that do not care about, you know, being the top performing player in the lobby, and just hanging out and having fun. They don't care if they win or lose. They were just like, oh, sweet, I had fun that round, you know? Which is cool. If that makes you, that floats your boat,
I'm
dude.
jealous.
Good for you.
I am jealous. I hate losing so much. That's why I
know you do.
I just like don't even play competitive games anymore because every time I play them, I just get mad at some point, and eventually, like within like the last couple of years, I'm like, I actually hate this. Why am I doing this? This is awful.
I'm angry all the time.
Why am I pissed off? I could go play something. I could go play Baldur's Gate and not be pissed off. Like, what are we doing here?
Bro, I've seen you get pissed off at Baldur's Gate, though, dude. Don't even lie.
Not for the same reason, though.
No.
I won't talk about it on the podcast, but there are other reasons. Did I have a discussion question for this? Oh, I didn't even talk about the price drop. We were just talking about old PlayStation 4s and shit. But basically, they have this promotion. It already started. It's called the Days of Play promotion. It's from May 28th through June 11th. And you get the PS5 plus the Black Ops 6 bundle for $400, which is pretty sick. Yeah. Good job, PlayStation. And then you got the PS5 Pro for $650. That's still a bit pricey, but I mean, it's cheaper, so it's objectively not bad, I guess.
Yeah.
Would you ever buy a PS5 Pro? I don't think I ever could.
No, I wouldn't. If I'm going to spend, I'm the same way with, most things. If I'm going to spend, like, anywhere near $400, if there's a better version for $600, I'll just wait an extra month and spend $600.
Let's say you didn't have a PS5 or a computer or an Xbox. Would you buy a PS5 for $400 or a PS5 Pro for $650? I guess is the real question, because that's what a lot of people are doing right now.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Maybe. It really depends on like my financial situation at the time. Because look,
Yeah.
if I am budgeting heavy, then I completely understand getting the cheap version, right? I just want to play games with my friends, and I don't want to fucking beat the bank. If I am more serious about gaming, then but still not like serious enough to get a fucking PC in the next 2 years, then yeah, I'll get the
It's a very
nice
specific
one.
type of person, isn't it? I
It
think if I
is. It
was,
is.
I was gonna say if I was like fuck you rich, then yeah, but I would just get a computer. Like, what are we doing here? So I don't even know what kind of
Yeah.
person gets a PS5 Pro. I guess somebody who really just like a man cave rich type person, like watches.
Dude, somebody that wants to game but doesn't want to spend the money and do the research to get a PC.
They really want Grand Theft Auto 6 to run great on their couch.
Yes.
That's like the type of
Yeah.
It's got to be like a 35-year-old dad that just has a little bit too much money.
Let me tell you, the best place to play Grand Theft Auto is your fucking couch, and you can say whatever the fuck you want about that. But on the couch, hanging out with the boys, GTA that's where you play the game. I couldn't.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I would enjoy that game less at my fucking computer probably than I would sitting on my fucking couch playing Grand Theft Auto.
That's why I got it on the Ally, bro. I got to download it. Dude, it's literally which way? Oh, you can't really see it right now. You see that loading screen behind me? That's Grand Theft Auto.
That's GTA.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's disconnected me from the lobby because I was idle for too long. But yeah, dude. No, I agree. It's more of a chill game for sure. It's more of a kickback type of game, which I really appreciate about it. Discussion questions. Are these promotions enough to drive late gen sales? I think, like we said, there's a lot of people that were just waiting. I don't know if this is enough of a sale to get those people that were just waiting, though. If I have
I mean, most of those people that were just waiting have already gotten those PS5s from somebody on OfferUp.
I guess it would take a person like AJ. Like, ask AJ right now. Like, hey, would you buy a PS5 for $400?
Yeah, because he's still playing the PS4. Yeah. So I'd be like, hey, do they just drop prices of PS5s? And then he actually might take advantage of this deal just because he's like, all right, there's a reason to get it. But he doesn't game that much. Like, he games on his PC now. So he doesn't.
Amen.
Like, he went from PS4 to PC. Like, just like that. So, because really, PSC is going to give you, like, the most, the widest range of games. Yeah, the most versatile. And it's the easiest to play with anybody you want to. So.
I think AJ could get really into emulation. He seems like an emulation type of guy. He's playing like old games and stuff.
He might really dig that. Yeah, that's cool. I'll show him some of my stuff. But he's got a Nintendo 64 upstairs in his room.
Oh no shit! So, that's dope.
Yeah,
I should show him the wireless controllers I got that work with the OG hardware. That thing's fucking sick.
Oh fuck yeah! He'd probably love that.
Well, I guess we can. Do you want to talk about Bungie?
No, I know nothing about Bungie. Just kidding. You can talk about Bungie. You can talk about Bungie. I don't know shit about Bungie. I saw that on the topics, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I started looking it up a little bit.
Well, they made Halo, bro, and then they made Destiny, and it's kind of not going super well. Destiny's cool, but it's kind of got its own problems. And then they're making this new game called Marathon. It's supposed to be an extraction shooter.
Yeah.
Do you know what an extraction shooter is?
Yeah.
So you drop into kind of sort of like a BR, not really, but everybody drops into a map, right? You got like 20 people.
Yeah.
And basically what you're doing is you're trying to kill each other and get their gear, and then you extract, hence extraction shooter. And when you extract, you keep that gear. All right.
Dude, that sounds exactly like DMZ.
DMZ is an extraction shooter. Yes.
Okay, cool. Then yeah.
Yeah, I forgot you played that. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
So basically, this game Marathon, Bungie the makers of Halo and Destiny. They're coming out with this new game, and there's been some like controversy. There's been like they're stealing art from people. There's delays and shit, and now it seems like there's going to be some more delays. Allegedly delayed due to, or I wrote this down weird. Basically, it's people are basically saying this game's going to be delayed, and it really sucks because this game hasn't been getting very good press. And just recently, they got caught. One of their artists was stealing artwork from another person on like Twitter and shit. And the community found out, and I guess their response was terrible. So they've been dealing with this for like the past week. And then last week, they did a stream. They were supposed to show gameplay, but because of this art theft situation, they didn't show any of the gameplay, and they just talked about it on stream. Dude. And like they completely ignored all the comments about like the art stealing shit, and it's just been a shit show. What were you gonna say?
You know what they're doing? They are fucking sweeping everything in that fucking game right now to make sure nothing was stolen. Like so they are doing a fucking, and God forbid they find shit. That's the other part. God forbid they fucking find some stolen art that they put into their fucking game. Now they have to go in and change everything.
Well, they did.
Or try to work out a deal with the original artist to give them credit.
That's what everybody's telling them to do, bro. And they've been just kind of quiet on it. The problem is like they did find it. Like they released screenshots for the game, and it had the person's artwork on the screenshots at least. So that's why they didn't show the game, because they're like, fuck, we can't show this game in the stream now because there might be some stolen fucking artwork in it. But most people are like,
why would you think you get away with that?
Dude, I don't know. People,
what the fuck?
People are so just stupid. That lazy, dude. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Basically, everybody, though, was just terrible. Like, why even have the stream at that point, though? Like,
yeah.
You should have just delayed the stream.
Why do it? Just be honest with everyone. Be like, okay, guys, this happened. This is why we can't do this tonight.
Like, we don't know how much our game's fucked up from this. We're going to fix it. Yeah. No stream. Sorry. Also, the game might be delayed. Sorry.
Yeah. We can't show the stream because we don't want to steal anybody's artwork and not give them credit.
Yeah.
Cool. Because now, here's the thing. They have to go through every fucking frame now and see if he took it from, not even just the places he's known to get it from. They have to look at everything.
Yes.
Every single thing. See if he stole a fucking tree.
Anybody else.
Yeah. No, it's a big fucking deal. Like, they almost... dude, you might have to remake a fucking game.
It's bad.
It's fucking terrible.
It's certainly bad.
Yeah.
I mean, for the discussion question, I have how damaging are repeated delays for Bungie's reputation? I mean, I think they're kind of cooked at this point.
I just hope they find a way to recover from this, and make the game.
If they will.
Because I'm interested now. Now that you've done this talking, dude. That is. I hope. Or first of all, I hope the thief is 100% held financially accountable for this.
He at least got fired. I know that.
Well, look. Here's the thing: you can't even hold a person accountable to like this scale, because this is literally probably going to lose millions of dollars. You know.
Yes.
Like in the long run. 100%. Maybe even more than that. Tens of millions, hundreds of millions in the long run. Things like, depends on how much damage was actually done. And it's weird because you wouldn't be able to know either. It's kind of all like an estimated, because like how much potential did we have at the beginning versus, releasing it.
Yeah, it's like one of those butterfly effect type of things. You don't really know.
Yeah.
And I don't
how much damage was done.
No. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's unfortunate.
And I doubt that artist has a fucking $100 million to give to a fucking gaming company. So
no, of course not.
Yeah.
They should just work with the artists that originally got their content stolen. That would be good.
The problem is, though, there's gonna be the artists they know of, right? They need to release something where, like, if you can prove that your art was stolen,
I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing on Twitter. I don't really know the specifics of it because I was more focused on like the delayed part of it. But like they had this whole thing with the artist on Twitter, and the artist itself was the one that kind of pointed it out. They're like, "Hey, they're stealing my shit." So we'll see how it goes. But I just think it would be a lot easier to be like, "Fuck it, just pay them, just pay the artist."
Yeah,
you know,
and
then you can leave the game as it is, and then fuck it, have them make some more shit since you think it's cool. Like.
Yeah, no,
they obviously match your vibe.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, that guy, everything that you paid that guy, you should get back, and you should give it to the fucking OG artist that he stole it from.
Yes, 100%.
Because you could literally just be like, all right, we have this amount of money to give you. Can you do this?
Yeah, exactly. I think
if I was the artist, they were gonna buy off like that. I'd fucking play my fucking cards like, I know you already got a multi-million-dollar video game made, bitch. Whatever you're offering, dude,
absolutely. I think they would get that's just an easy dub, and they would get so much respect for it, and they wouldn't have to remake a shit ton of they're gonna have to pay for this either way. So you might as well make it the easiest you can on yourself and get some goodwill in the process. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But with that, I got nothing else this week. Charlie, you got anything else? No. Any thoughts, questions?
Nothing else. No. All right. I think I rambled for an hour straight.
Same. No, it's cool, dude. Love having you. Thanks you everyone else for joining the podcast this week. We will be back next week, same time. Thank you so much for stopping by. Later.